And speaking of movies, we have Snake Plissken weighing in on the no-fly list. And I'm not talking about a clever little clip that we put together where we got the actual from the movie Escape from New York. No, I'm talking about the actor Kurt Russell. He has a very reasonable pushback against an interviewer who's haranguing him about the new Quentin Tarantino movie, Hateful Eight, that he's in. It's a Western. And this guy is like, coming after him because there's gun violence. And this is set in the Old West. And Kurt Russell is like, at first is like, are you serious? Can't you tell the difference between art and real life? But then he does get serious. Kurt Russell schools this guy on gun control and on terrorism. So we're going to have a clip from that. Let's first get to the gun issue. As I point out, this is an interview where this fellow is pushing against Kurt Russell relentlessly, coming after him again and again. So I just cut out the spots where Kurt Russell said, all right, you want to talk about what's really going on? Let's talk about what's really going on. Here's the first clip.
Yeah, I don't understand the concepts of conversation of the gun culture. We've lived with guns since, what, the 7th century or something? I don't know.
Guns is a metaphor.
Is that a meme? I don't know.
Disenfranchised white guys need. It makes them feel good because they're being.
You can say what you want. I don't agree with that. So it's not my thing.
Makes people feel like men. Yeah.
Well, you can look. If you think gun control or something like that is going to change a terrorist point of view, I think you're out of your mind.
Yeah, that is perfect. He just took that whole thing. The guy said, you got the culture. It's like is it a meme? Is it a trope? It's something like that, and we've got to talk about that. And he goes, look, if you think you're going to change a terrorist point of view, you're out of your mind, man. He says, I'm going to turn it around like a hockey game where I'm bearing down on the goalie. He's going to be worried about what I'm going to do. That's the whole point of having an armed citizenry. That's why an armed citizenry was the constitutional approach to protect our country, certainly for our own self-defense. It was never the idea, like the New York Times came out this last weekend, where they had a collective editorial, put it on the front page, first time they've done that in decades, a collective editorial from the New York Times staff saying, you need to give up your guns because the government and the police are going to protect you. And if you have guns, it just makes their job more dangerous and difficult. No, they don't do that. They've had numerous court decisions where they've been sued by people because the people said, you didn't do a very good job of protecting me or my family. And they said, that's not our job. That's not our job. Our job is to enforce the government's policies. Our job is to write tickets for you. Our job is to make sure you obey the orders. It is not to defend you. And we've had honest police chiefs who said, we'll catch the bad guys, but understand it's going to take a while before we can get there. We have many police chiefs talking about that, saying to their citizens, sheriffs and others, saying, look, you need to arm yourself. You need to learn how to use this safely because we cannot respond quickly enough to help you. Just as we saw the data coming out this last week saying when people are armed, the average number of people killed in a mass shooting is just over 2. When there's nobody around that is carrying, the number of people who are killed is just over 14. That's precisely what Kurt Russell is talking about. But then there's another clip. Let's play this second clip. The interviewer keeps coming after him. Let's play that clip.
Guys who are on the no-fly list because of terrorist connections can get a gun pretty easily.
They can also make a bomb pretty easily.
Yeah.
So what?
They didn't kill the people in San Bernardino.
Oh, but they've killed others that way. Haven't they? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So what are you going to do? Outlaw everything? That isn't the answer.
Just put some controls.
Put some controls. What? So the people who want to defend themselves can't?
Yeah, I got to say, I thought America was dead. But, Snake Plissken, Kurt Russell, has just revived my faith in America. Common sense, telling this guy, look, you're going to put them on a list. You're going to take away their rights because they're on a list. You think these people, if you think you're really going to keep them from getting a gun because they can't go in and buy one retail, you think they can't get a gun? Give me a break. Give me a break. And he points out, of course, they can do bombs pretty easily. They can use cars. Where I used to live in North Carolina, we had a Muslim drive a car into a crowd. They didn't report that too much because UNC loves the Muslim community. They had, kumbaya parties after 9/11. But that's the reality of things.
Another GOP debate is upon us, a time to see how much attention will be allotted to establishment candidates who are dragging in the polls.
These are Republican governors. They don't give any credit to the free market. They don't give any credit to the entrepreneur.
All is not lost, though. Some are speaking on real issues.
But if you're not going to respond in a no-fly zone strategy, what would yours be?
The first thing I would do is I wouldn't arm our enemies. I wouldn't arm ISIS.
Yes.
Will controversial statements impact some of the candidates?
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
Join InfoWars this Tuesday, December 15th, starting at 7 p.m. Central for another episode of Political Science Theater 3K.
Clean, pure drinking water. You can't survive without it. But where do you get it? Alexa Pure Pro is a brand new, groundbreaking, gravity-fed water filtration system that is like no other. The Alexa Pure Pro transforms water from virtually any fresh source into clean, healthy drinking water, pairing the unprecedented superfiltration power of an all-new gravity block core with a hybrid chromatic shell. It removes up to 99.999% of impurities, including bacteria, viruses, fluoride, disinfectants, volatile organic contaminants, and hormones. Filter capacity up to 5,000 gallons. Stainless steel construction. Easy assembly. Low maintenance. Replacement filters are simple to install. And now, as part of an exclusive limited time introductory offer, you can save $20 off the retail price and get free shipping. This is a limited time offer, so order your unit today and receive free shipping and $20 off. Go to InfoWarsStore.com or call 888-253-3139.